On Friday, the 24th of November 2023, this is Gttv News at 9 p.m. and I am your presenter, Habsatuba. We start with the headlines. President Adama Barrow has told the ongoing projects in rural Gambia amid Meet the People tour. The Deputy Police Commissioner of Kanifing Municipal Council has defended the demolition operation despite condemnation from some Gambians. US-based Gambian rappers speak about taking musical break. Demolition team boss address people in Coastal Road against defying the operation order. To international news, North Korea has suspended a 5-year military pact with South Korea. Kashmiri journalist Fard Shah walks out of jail after 600 days. These are the news headlines. Now let's take a break. When we come back, we look them into details. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Gttv News with me. Now the news in details. President Adama Barrow and his entourage on Wednesday made some side visit to the ongoing projects in the North Bank and Central River region amid his Meet the People tour. The president and his touring delegation made their first side visit to Farafenni Youth Center before proceeding to its satellite villages to check the ongoing projects. Our reporter Aissatou Koli is with the president touring delegation, and now she reports.
President Adama Barrow and his touring delegates have made some side visits to the ongoing projects in the North Bank and Central River regions as the Meet the People tour enters into its day 3. President Barrow started his side visit to the ongoing projects at Farafenni Youth Center, where he commended the ministry's efforts, adding the center will contribute significantly in changing the lives of the youth of Farafenni and its surrounding.
We thank the ministry and the partners for all the support. I think our human resource is very important to us, and our youthful population is key and important because to determine your future, you have to prepare youth. Definitely, the youth have to assume the responsibility of leadership in the future. That is quite true. So we thank all of you who are the leadership. You know, we always want you to collaborate with government. Support government agenda so that we work together and develop this country.
The president then proceeded to Gambia-Japan project for rural water supply in Kirsule and Kir Ali. The facilities are considered state-of-the-art. The grant aid from the people of Japan as a token of friendship and cooperation between Japan and the Gambia. Speaking at Kirsule, His Excellency President Adama Barrow expressed gratitude to the Japanese government for their unwavering support through the Gambia, while highlighted the good bilateral relationship between the two countries and emphasized that providing water in the rural communities is a worthwhile investment that will complement his government's effort in addressing water shortage faced by Gambians.
Commitment. Because of their commitment, that's why they have their citizens on the ground to help us implement this project. So we thank you. We thank you very much. We cannot thank you enough for the support. The community, they are happy. I can see a smile on the face of the alcalde and the community leaders. We congratulate the community for this very important project. This is a project that we selected communities, and they are among the communities that we are selected. It's a privilege for them. But we advise them also to take care of the facility, because the facility is for them. They are the ones who are going to benefit from this facility. So we advise them to take care of the facility. On behalf of my government and the Gambian people, entire population of Gambia, we thank the Japanese government for their support. They have been our partners. They did many of these projects before, and we expect that they will do more projects in the future. We assure them that our population, our community, they appreciate this project. As president, I am very grateful, and I say thank you.
From there, the president and his entourage made a quick stop at Alaji Cham's welding shop in Farafenye, where he expressed delight and thanked the president for the support in uplifting his business.
Because yoni li ñu doon joy yoni amna kuren bi amna jamm ji amna lepp amna kon dañuy sant yalla di la ñaanal yalla yagal la fi.
He also visited Jaharu Mandinka water supply and Jimbala watering facility, in which the alcaldes of both community thanked the president for providing them with adequate water supply for their gardens and cattle.
Kontaan nañ trop aksi na fim ko wara aksi jot nañ ko ndox mi bari na neex na ndax am na jamono suñ nay bu ndox mi taw bi jeexee ñu ngi dem ñaani ja foofu la ñu naane ndoxu xorom boobu dafay indi feebar ci nag yi ren bi suñuy daanoo la nay ñëw ba léegi ñu ngi naan ndox mu set ndox mi bëri na set na kontaan nañ jërëjëf Adama Barrow.
The last place to be visited by the president and his delegation was the science lab in Kawur before proceeding to his first joint meeting in Kawur by Lower and Upper Salem and Nyanija, respectively. Reporting for Gttv News in the Upper River region, I am Aisa Tukuli.
Since the government-backed demolition operation began, it continued to attract some condemnation Gambians, especially those whose shops and stalls were demolished. But a different view to the operation, the Deputy Commissioner of Kanifing Municipal Police, Seni Sanyang, who spoke exclusively with Gambian Talent Flagship Program, defended the operation as nation-building. Mbombe Sise reports.
KMC's Deputy Police Commissioner, Seni Sanyang, defense of the demolition operation comes amid mixed reactions among Gambians, who have been divided over the operation. But despite the mounting condemnation by a section of Gambians, especially those whose businesses were affected, Sanyang believes that the operation is being carried out in accordance with the laws of the country.
The Gambia Police Force are part of it. The PIU is the enforcement body of the Gambia Police Force, are also part of it. The Gambian National Army, I'm not sure they jahale. Luta, you've seen soldiers with arms in public. Well, soldiers, they also have a body called National Guard. The National Guard in the Gambian National Army are vested with the police powers.
According to Commissioner Sanyang, all the stakeholders were invited for consultation meetings with the security officers at the State House regarding the issue of the operation. Because the president has no hand in the operation, likewise the mayor and chairman, it's purely police operations. However, he dismissed those politicizing the demolition operation, adding that neither President Adama Barrow nor Mayor Ahmed Talib Bensouda or any elected officer ordered the operation. Mr. Sanyang said the operation is purely in accordance with the laws of the Gambia.
But the saddest part of this country, people are so partisan politics. This operation, the president have no hand in it, the chairman have no hand in it, the mayor have no hand in it. It's purely police operations. People have to distinguish that. No president will like people to be demolishing because they are politicians. They are elected by people. The mayor will not like it because he's a politician. These are pure police operations.
He welcomed the operation and described it as exercise to build the country, while urging Gambians to join and support the process for better Gambia. Mbombe Sise, Gambian Talents.
US-based Gambian hip-hop rapper G, who now lives in the United States of America, has given reason to why he decided to take a music break. Modulamin Job reports.
During his social media live stream interview with CBJ podcast, G delved deeply into some challenges he faced in the music scene, adding that there was a time he couldn't surpass as an artist in the Gambia, leading to significant mental health struggles. He passionately emphasized and conveyed his frustrations with the need for teamwork and collaboration among Gambian artists, believing it is crucial for them to break through limitations. According to G, without overcoming these challenges, artists may find it difficult to surpass a certain point or achieve significant success in the industry. Towards the end, G reveals his aspirations to establish a legacy, aiming to be remembered for creating opportunities and guidance for future generations in Gambian music. However, G stressed that production is very expensive in the Gambia and artists lack media platforms to help them grow. In the same vein, he suggested what could have been done to help artists grow.
In music, the two main issues is production and platforms. We have limited platforms and production is very expensive. So if you make these things available and like cheap, like whatever, and available to these kids, you see more talents than you're actually seeing right now. And then teach them how to actually sell their own music online and how to actually do things themselves. Because the whole point of being signed, that's old school. People don't do that anymore. Like, you know, people only sign distribution deals. Like, okay, I made my product already. Okay, help me sell it. Like, you know, that's what people sign. But nobody signs an artist anymore. Be like, oh, this is my artist. Yo, you signed. Oh, I'm gonna invest into the artist, and that's old school. People don't do that anymore. Like, they don't have the time. All the labels now, they wait for you to do the job to be hot, and then they will help. They will add on. They will take your product and sell your product. It's like you made, like, you know, something raw, like a nice ass chocolate. Okay, the chocolate needs a packaging. We already have stores that are already selling, so we'll package this thing. That's the videos, the PR, whatever. The whole interviews are gonna put you, and then we put it on those stores.
G advised the ST Jizzle and Attack to establish themselves and have labels and sign artists rather than just focusing on themselves by putting out crowds on their shows.
Doing music, I wouldn't do music to take out a track that people will like and dance to. Okay, I did that 10 years ago. They were dancing. Why would I be focused on that right now?
No.
Okay,
that's what
ST is still doing. That's what Attack is doing. That's what Jizzle is still doing. They want to be an artist. They want to pull out the baddest track that everybody's listening to.
It's that lifestyle.
In music, in music, if you're mature enough and you reach a certain level, you'll understand that a track is just a product. It has a time span. It's not gonna give you it just keeps you alive. It keeps the carrier alive. It's just a time span. So if at all I had Jizzle again, I signed Jizzle and he puts out a track, it's me, it's the wave still. So in order for them to, I'm telling them, if they like, they can take the advice. If they like, they won't take it. It's their business. If none of them establish themselves within the next 3 years, there'll be new players in the game. There'll be another one taking ST's place. There'll be another one taking Attack's place. There'll be another one taking Jizzle's place. And if at all those people too don't change that, they're gonna go and another people are gonna come.
Reporting for Gttv News, I am Woodleben Job.
The head of the demolition team, Bakari Mane, has been consoling those whose structures, including homes, shops, stores, and restaurants, got pulled down. He told some of the people whose properties were affected that the operation seeks to promote safety and cleanliness. More on this report. Speaking to some demolition victims in Coastal Road, the senior staff of the National Road Authority, who is leading the police to demolish structures deemed to violate Road Safety Act, Bakari Mane, said the operation is carried out in accordance with the laws of the country, adding that it is also done for the safety of the public.
What I will advise is, henceforth, hence you don't have a space here. If I had to come with my pickup, it will be on the road there. And whilst inside, somebody might come and knock up my car. Because I came here. For me, I'm a customer. I'm just ignorant. I can come and park. This is the bank. Anyhow. But it's your responsibility. That's why I suggest that's why you have a security here. For them to advise, over there you have a better space. Better space.
So are we officially allowed?
Not officially. What I'm saying is
just
your customers, even those shops. That's why we are clearing everything in front of them. So vehicles who are here for shopping is temporary. They can pull over there, do their shopping within minutes and they're gone. But for you, now you're putting your customers at risk. You understand what I mean?
I understand.
Because they're here to do a business. For them, hopefully they will be going without no trouble. For them not to come out and found that their car had been trashed by unknown person or so. You understand? That person will not be, he will not eager to be coming to this branch. He might look for another branch because what has happened. So all these things is to help the business, to be getting more customers also. We are concerned about the, lives and their properties. Exactly. In as much as people are coming here, of course it's a public place, we still have to come and tell you our concern here. Their properties has to be also safe in as much as their life. That's why we're here. So these are our concerns. If you can help us with that one.
Speaking to a Q Money agent after pulling down the union, Mane reiterated that anyone disobeying the operation will face the full wrath of the law.
Clearing the roads is for our safety. Clearing the roads is for the public. The roads are not meant for selling. The roads are meant for pedestrians and passers-by. If you come first, we even have some no parking signboards here. That is why we have 2 security officers here, so that they can control the parkings of our customers. Customers, they spend limited time. This particular customer, he came in the morning, but he was referred to our head office. I think the vehicle has some issue, but it is now regulated. He's on his way coming, and then it will be off here in the next few minutes. My concern have been addressed by yourself. We were concerned about our customers, the parking space, because if you can see at the structure, the parking space is very limited. So hence, they can park opposite and then do their transactions within minutes. And it's understandable, and I commend you for that, Mr. Mane. Keep it up. Your work is tremendously recognized by us. And then as people in the private sector, kudos. Yes, thank you so much.
Meanwhile, some victims and some Gambians that are abroad are in support of the operation clearing the roads, although there are others that are against it, because where they used to sell is demolished and others the part of their compounds is demolished. Habsatuba, Gambian Talent TV. Now let's take our first commercial break. When we come back, we go beyond our borders. Let's now look at the international news. North Korea has ripped up a 5-year-old deal with Seoul aimed at lowering military tension in the latest escalation of war between the two. It all started when Pyongyang claimed to have successfully launched a spy satellite into space on Tuesday. This led to South Korea past suspending the agreement, saying it will resume surveillance flights along the border. Jalika Dibasi tells us more.
Pyongyang is now vowing to fully suspend the pact and send stronger forces and equipment to the border. He said his promise to withdraw all measures taken to prevent military conflict in all spheres, including ground, sea, and air, and deploy more powerful armed forces and new type military hardware. Pyongyang fired a rocket believed to contain its Malayong-1 spy satellite late on Tuesday and hailed the launch as a success. South Korea's military later confirmed that the satellite had entered orbit but said it was too soon to tell if it was actually functioning. However, Seoul strongly condemned the launch, and on Wednesday morning, top officials agreed to immediately restart surveillance operation along the border, which would allow the South to monitor North Korean outposts and long-range artillery. That is a breach of a no-fly zone established under the Comprehensive Military Agreement in 2018, signed by both nation leaders in an attempt to de-escalate tension between their two countries and prevent a conflict erupting. But North Korea has violated the pact multiple times over the past 2 years by launching missiles and firing artillery rounds into the sea in the south directions. Last December, it sent drones across the border into South Korea, with one flying as far as the capital Seoul. This was part of Seoul's justification to scrap part of the agreement, that the North was already not abiding by it. Some analysts therefore argue that Pyongyang officially withdrawing from the deal might not make much of a difference. Jo Byun of the Korea Institute for Defense Analysis says because North Korea was not adhering the agreement in the first place, the possibility of limited collisions has always been there, adding that though both sides are blaming each other for escalating tensions and threatening the retaliate, The outcome will likely depend on what action the North now takes. Chun In-boom, a retired South Korean Army Lieutenant General, said the North will want to make life as difficult for South as the South makes it for them. He predicted that they will start by displaying artillery along the border and by flying more drones possible into South Korean territory. South Korea's Defense Minister Shin Won-sik warned earlier that if the North used the suspension as an excuse to carry out provocations, Seoul will immediately and firmly punish it to the end. He said he will be monitoring the counter measures to take with President Yoon Suk Yeol when he returns from his trip to UK. Pyongyang insists the launch of the spy satellites is part of its right to self-defense, but it has been strongly condemned by South Korea, the US, and Japan. Developing a functioning spy satellite is a major part of North Korea's 5-year military plan set out by its leader Kim Jong-un in January 2021. The technology could in theory enable Pyongyang to monitor the movement of US and South Korea troops and weapons on the Korean peninsula, allowing it to spot incoming threats. It will also allow the North to plot its nuclear attacks with more precision. Reporting for Gttv News, I am Jalika Lewis.
U.S. actor Jamie Foxx is being sued by a woman who alleged him sexually assaulted her at a restaurant in New York City 8 years ago. According to the lawsuit, Mr. Foxx, whose real name is Herrick Maron Bishop, grabbed the unnamed woman after she asked to have her photo taken with him. Fatou Chor reports.
The accuser is suing Mr. Foxx for damages, alleging sexual assault, abuse, assault, and battery. Mr. Fox's representative did not respond to a BBC request for comment. The lawsuit alleges the assault occurred at around 1 a.m. in the morning on 26 August 2015 at Catch NYC after the woman was seated at a table next to Mr. Foxx. The actor appeared intoxicated and agreed to a photo, saying, "Sure, baby, anything for you," the lawsuit says. It adds that he told the woman she had a supermodel body and smelled so good. He led her to a circulated part of the restaurant and touched her breast and put his hand in her underwear without her consent. The lawsuit says, adding that the incident ended when her friend came looking for her. The lawsuit is seeking damages from the restaurant and bar owner, Mark Brimbaugh, who the accuser says was seated with Mr. Foxx shortly before the alleged assault occurred. The legal action says Mr. Brimbaugh and the restaurant's employee breached their duty of care towards the plaintiff by failing to protect her. Mr. Brimbaugh did not immediately respond to a request for comment from the BBC on Wednesday night. The lawsuit adds that as a result of the heinous acts, the woman suffered and continued to suffer severe emotional distress and anxiety, humiliation, embarrassment, post-traumatic stress disorder, and other physical and emotional damages. The legal action comes days before the New York Adult Survivors Act, which allows alleged victims of sex crimes to sue. The statute of limitation has lapsed, ends on November 24th. Former U.S. President Donald Trump, rapper Sean Combs, comedians Bill Cosby, actor Cuba Gooding Jr., and Russell Brand have all been sued under the act. Mr. Foxx won a Best Actor Academy Award for his performance as pianist Ray Charles in 2004 film Ray. Fatou Chor, Gambian Talents TV.
Prominent Casimiro journalist Fahad Shah has been free from jail after more than 600 days of confinement after a court granted him bail, saying there was not enough evidence to try him for terrorism. The 34-year-old was released from Court Bawal jail in the region's southern city of Jamul on Thursday. Shah, who is the owner and editor of the independent news portal Kasmarwala, was banned earlier this year by the Indian government for the undeclared reason. Modu Job reports.
In its bail order last week, the region's High Court of Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh said the Special Investigation Agency SIA, a local agency formed earlier this year, lacked evidence against Shah to prove charges under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act (UAPA), a stringent terror law. The UAPA has been criticized by several right groups as draconian and mainly used by India's Hindu nationalist government to target political opponents, activists, and dissidents. Shah was accused of glorifying terrorism and spreading fake news for publishing a piece by Abdul Ali Fazili, a pharmacy student at the University of Kashmir, which reportedly talked about the Indian occupation and freedom for the region. Fazili, who was also arrested along with Shah, remains in jail. The court said while the shared opinion piece purportedly called for the secession of Indian-administered Kashmir, its publication doesn't incite violence or an armed insurrection against the state. It quashed certain charges against him, including abetting terrorism, waging war against the country, and promoting enmity under the UAPA. While the court acknowledged that getting bail under the UAPA was difficult, it could not be denied to Shah because he did not pose a clear and present danger to society if released. The court said in its bail order that it would mean that any criticism of the central government can be described as a terrorist act because the honor of India is its incorporeal property. Such a proposition would collide headlong with the fundamental right to freedom of speech and expression enshrined in Article 19 of the Constitution. Shah will continue to face trial under the other sections of the UAPA under the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, which deals with receiving illegal funds. The bail was granted 7 months after a regional court quashed Shah's detention under the Public Safety Act in April this year, saying the apprehension of an adverse impact to public order is a mere surmise of the detaining authority. Shah was arrested in February 2020 over a report carried on his news portal about an encounter in Pulwama area of Indian-administered Kashmir. Police accused him of uploading anti-national content, including photographs, videos, and posts with criminal intention to create fear among public. He was granted bail after 22 days by a special National Investigation Agency court. Hours later, he was arrested again on February 26 in another case related to the alleged provocation of riots. On March 5, 2020, he got bail but was arrested again in yet another case for allegedly causing rioting, attempted murder, abetment, printing or engraving defamatory matter, and public mischief. 6 days later, he was charged under the UAPA after the SIA filed charges against him and Fazil. The agency accused them of narrative terrorism for the 2011 article published on Kashmir Wale, which it called highly provocative and seditious. So far, he has managed to secure bail in 3 cases. On August 20, the Indian government blocked online access to Kashmir Wale and its social media accounts under the Information Act of 2000. The portal had more than a dozen journalists and freelancers as contributors, affecting their livelihoods as well. Reporting for Gttv News, I am Modlamin Job.
Well, that brings us to the end of this news bulletin, but before we sign off, let's quickly take a look at the top stories once again. President Adama Barrow has told the ongoing projects in rural Gambia amid the people tour. The Deputy Police Commissioner of Kanifing Municipal Council has defended the demolition operation despite condemnation from some Gambians. US-based Gambian rappers speak about taking musical break. Demolition team boss address people in Coastal Road against defying the operation order. To international news, North Korea has suspended a 5-year military pact with South Korea. Kashmiri journalist Fard Shah walks out of jail after 600 days. Thank you for your company. I have been your presenter in this news bulletin from me, Habsatuba, and our production team. Do have a pleasant weekend. Bye.